Hello fellow and future investors, it's Mike with DiamondHands Stock Picks. And I've been asked a lot lately, especially today, Mike, what's the number one stock to invest in right now? Where should I put my money? If there was just one stock you could choose, where would you put it? And I just keep going back to one particular stock. There's several out there right now. There's a lot of good deals, don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of red, and you're buying things on a discount right now. As you all know, red days are buying days. There is one stock, however, though, I think in the future it's going to pull ahead of the rest, and you're going to make some big money off it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay guys, we're just going to hop right into it. Ticker symbol NIO. It's been around for a while. It was $2 last year towards the beginning of the year. It's made a heck of a run up to $65, $67, up in the high 60s range, testing 70 a few different times, leveled off around that 60 range, and I honestly never thought I'd see it get below 50, let alone below 40. Right now it's trading at 41.32, and after hours trading it's up to 41.88. And we had it dip below 40 down to $32 last Friday. That's just ridiculous. That is so cheap. I mean, if you could have picked some up anywhere under the 40 mark, you're doing great. It was back Monday, $35. I mean, you can pick this up anywhere under 40. That's a screaming deal. 35, and you know you're picking it up several months ago, before it had its big run up. I'll get to my price target at the end, and I'll let you know the analyst price targets as well. Also, there's a lot of information out about NIO. Some you may know, some you may not, and some catalysts to look forward to. So let's get right into it. Just Googling NIO. And there's several things you can learn about it. You just type it in. One analyst says it's worth at least $85, much higher than its current levels. They had some pretty bad deliveries in January. They're in China. They're Chinese. It's Chinese New Year. If they had good deliveries in January, I'd be scared. But no, they're not going to have good deliveries in January. It's their culture. It's part of their culture. So I'd expect their numbers to be bad. And they had a good sell-off because of their numbers were bad in January. Good time to buy. They dropped down to about $45, which a screaming deal. I picked some up at 45. I didn't know the market was going to turn red and correct so much. And yes, when it got down to 35, I sold stock and bought more in NIO. That's just what you do in a company that you believe in. And this is a company that I very strongly believe in. This is one of my biggest holdings. I have it on several different of my portfolios. There's nowhere but up to go for NIO. It doesn't really matter how bad they do on a delivery here and there. It's not going to ruin the stock. They're doing things. They have innovations that no one else is doing yet, and we'll get right into that as well. There's plenty of analysts. Some are offering $90 on the high, $69.70 on the median. You know, that's way higher than it is now. Right now we're at under 42. So just right now as it sits, you know, the stock is undervalued, hugely undervalued in my opinion. And here's a big one a lot of people don't know about. Will NIO be sold in the U.S.? Used financial model doesn't include any U.S. sales for NIO even in 2025. So all the way out to 2025, there's going to be no NIO in America, no mention of it. Kind of weird. Chinese electric vehicle maker NIO is one of the hottest EV stocks traded on the U.S. exchanges, but it doesn't sell any products in the U.S. That could change sooner than investors might expect. Reason for that last sentence is because NIO is set up, and it's set up right here in California in San Jose. And you can go into the business and you can see their NIO Roadster. So that's something that we could look forward to. Knowing that ahead of everyone else, that's going to be a huge catalyst. Once it comes out that they're selling their vehicles in the United States, which I honestly don't think they need to, because China has the hugest EV market in the entire world, and just selling their stocks there alone is, it's enough for them to have plenty of revenue for the next 10 years. But if they do expand, which they're trying to expand, it's just going to be bigger and better. Like I said, the sky's the limit with NIO. It's one of my favorite stocks and always has been. Even their government, the Chinese government, bailed them out. They gave them $1 billion in U.S. funds. I think 7 billion in won for the support they needed. Like I said, they were trading at $2 last year, under $2. So if you could have got in then, it's a millionaire maker stock. It's already been up over 1,000% increase, which doesn't happen all the time, especially considering that I think it still has room to run 5, 6, 7, up to 10x still. The sky's the limit with NIO. It's well positioned to capture a lot of Chinese electric vehicle market. Analysts say homegrown electric vehicle makers, including NIO and Li and Xpeng, which are also very good EV manufacturers in China, and I have both of those in my portfolio, and I believe strongly in them. We can do another video on those two. It's still, of course, nowhere close to the numbers of Tesla. They're 13 years behind Tesla, but they're within 2 or 3 years from, getting close to catching Tesla. That's the impressive part. It's not, they're going to be about 10 years ahead of where Tesla was, because they get to go off of all the bads, and they get to learn from all the wrongs that Tesla did, and they get to skip through a lot of those hardships, which is going to catapult them to the top relatively faster than Tesla made it there. So to Tesla, it's bad for them, but NIO being able to learn from their mistakes is huge for them. 51.3% of Benzinga traders and investors believe shares of NIO will grow more than Tesla by 2022. Tesla is a different beast. Tesla kind of has the whole market cornered there. They have the solar cornered, their own charging, their own batteries. They got the solar from the house, to the car, to the batteries. Their infrastructure is a little bit bigger than NIO's. But NIO does have something that Tesla does not, and I bet you Tesla wishes they did. And that's still on its way here. Here is a Tip Ranks forecast. Now this is very recent, and they're saying high of 81, average of 64, 67, a medium estimate of where they expect the stock to be within 12 months, and a low of 38.80. I don't see the low of 38.80 happening unless there's a big dip on a red day, and if it hits that low, that's when you buy. You buy. As much as you can put into it, buy it. That's what I do. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that is exactly what I'm doing. Anytime this thing gets to 40 or below, it's a screaming buy. It's a great deal. This is going to be huge. This is going to be a monster of a stock. NIO is on a record streak. NIO, premium position in the China EV market, backed by the government, have been reporting record delivery numbers of late. After COVID-19 pandemic affected sales in the first 2 months of 2020, when they almost went bankrupt, the company acquitted itself credibly through a series of innovative measures and technological enhancements. The company ended 2020 on a high, delivering a record 43,728 vehicles for the year. It has been churning out record monthly numbers since August 2020. In December, NIO delivered a record 7,007 vehicles, comprising of 2,009 ES8s, 2,493 ES6s, and 2,505 of the company's newly launched EC6S. Deliveries are sitting at a not so robust pace of 1,598 in January of 2020. Again, Chinese New Year's. What can you expect? Given that NIO announced it would make good on the reduction in the government subsidies for vehicles purchased through January 10th and a limited period zero down payment option, the pace of sales will likely have accelerated further. NIO's battery as a service scheme has already begun to show a positive impact on sales, and that's what we're going to get into next. They have an ace up their sleeve. They have the battery as a service. So just a little bit about that. They can sell their cars for $10,000 cheaper because they can they lease out the battery servicing, and instead of having battery envy, all the new cars, oh, the new solid state battery, or the next battery, this one gets 700 miles of charge, this one gets 900 miles of charge, and if you have a Tesla, you're stuck with that battery, and you can have battery envy all you want. There's nothing you can do about it. So NIO, you pull into a station, which looks just like this. You drop your battery, you get the next best thing, and you're off and running within 15 minutes. And I'm sure that'll be down to 5 minutes and probably less. So it's going to be, easier than filling up your tank of gas is how NIO is doing it. So you just pull into the station, you drop your battery, they put in a new one, and you're gone, fully charged, and you're out of there. And these things are going up like mad. They're going up everywhere. They're putting up tens of thousands of them, so they're going to be like gas stations over in China, and they're going to be used a lot. Like I said, you can buy your car right off the bat $10,000 cheaper and just lease the battery as a service. So that's going to be huge. That's something that only NIO is doing. And when you're looking to spend your money, your hard-earned money, on a stock, getting something that's really unique, sort of a unicorn is what you're looking for. Those are all considered home runs. This one here, NIO, I think is out of the park with this battery as a service program. Like I said, no matter what, you're never going to need to upgrade your car for battery envy. You'll upgrade it for new styles, of course. Every now and then people just want the next best thing, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially with all the innovations that NIO has. I get it 100%. But the battery as a service, that's going to be huge. They're the only ones doing it, and I believe that's why they're going to be so successful in the future. It's a big reason, part of it. That and they're just popular in China. Everyone loves their vehicles. They're just really popular. They're trending in China, and to be backed, by the newer generation, and to be trending like that, that's huge because once you start trending, you're usually going to make it to the top of the list, and they have every right to be and every reason to be. This is mentioning there's a slight pullback in recent weeks. Company reported its January deliveries. Says 7,225 vehicles. People wanted more. Investors wanted more. Investors always want more. We always want more. The more you're doing as a business, the more we make as investors. But you can see a price drop relatively fast if investors don't get what they want. Not me. If I believe in a company, I just stick with it. NIO has seen several analyst upgrades and target price increases over the last few months. Analysts sentiment may be changing as they consider NIO's stock price rose more than 1,000% in 2020. So there's already been millionaires made off this stock, and it's still going up to the moon. After this stellar performance, what's NIO's stock forecast for 2021? Is NIO's valuation justified? Various catalysts have warmed up analysts to NIO. In addition to maintaining strong operating performance, NIO has strengthened its balance sheet by raising capital. It has reported positive gross margins for the first time ever in 2020, which is huge. NIO is also making serious progress on autonomous driving technology and has announced it will be offering a battery as a service, a major game changer, which they're already offering, and they're already making money off of it. They have been for quite some time. While analysts agree that NIO's fundamentals look attractive given the recent developments and potential catalysts, not all agree that its current valuation is justified. NIO has reached a market capitalization of $87 billion, which is higher than Ford and GM's. However, they produce many more vehicles than NIO. Its next 12-month price to sales multiple is 9.9 times, much higher than the 3 times a year back. In comparison, Tesla's multiple is 10.4 times. However, there are a few things that may justify NIO's valuation. It's in its high growth phase. Revenue is expected to double this year after its foray into Europe, expanding out to Europe, and then probably US next, is what I'm thinking, which could happen in the second half of 2021 this year. Its sales could multiply even faster. Moreover, NIO's reputation for high quality and brand loyalty in China could grow its market share even further there. High quality brand loyalty is huge. It's like Tesla. Everybody wants a Tesla. They love Elon. They love Tesla. That's the brand loyalty. High quality You know, several people are saying NIO is even more high quality than Tesla. Kind of see it to believe it myself. This price target has NIO at $100 within 12 months. 61.27 at the median and 55.70 or 13.96 at the low. This one at the low is, you know, maybe this guy bumped his head, you know, or he was dropped as a baby several times. I don't see a low of anything, you know, too far below 40. And even when it did dip below 40, I mean, it bam bounced right back up, you know, and bam got down to 35, bam bounced right back up. And when this does dip, it doesn't dip for long. This time here between March 5th and March 9th, you know, I was telling everybody load the boat. They thought I was crazy. They said it's, you know, it's red days. They're all depressed and freaking out, and that's not how you do it in the stock market. Red days are great days to go shopping. So all in all, I believe that NIO stock price is going to get up to $300 by 2025. That's my price prediction on NIO. I think this year it will probably get up to 80. You know, 100 if all goes perfect. I don't expect anything to go perfect, especially in the stock market in the ever-changing world that we're in. I do believe it will double from here this year. By the end of the year, beginning of 2022, it will double. 12 months from this date now, it will definitely double. And then it's just going to, you know, as the more they evolve, the more innovation, the more technology they get into, the higher the price is going to go. And with that battery as a service, I can see this, you know, going $300 per share. That's my price target for the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be $300 a share. So there's one stock I'd invest in right now. It's NIO, and I am investing in it, and I have been investing in it, and I will continue to buy every dip under 40. So hopefully this video did you guys some good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave in the comments below if there's any companies out there, any ticker symbols you'd like me to look up for you. I won't mind it. I'll take care of that for you. Don't forget, on Instagram I put out my picks as soon as I find them. There's a hot new company going out there, and I think they're in the buy zone. That'll be where you get it first. Alright guys, until the next video, remember, only buy stocks that you love. Do your due diligence, do your research before you buy any shares of anything. And then when you do buy those shares, through the ups and the downs, you hold on tight with diamond hands. Until the next time.